If you want to have a classic beat tag, I think the secret is 808 Mafia's beat tags.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Study these great beat tags. These are classic beat tags that will never die.
Metro!
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Esco and Boomin, they got it on Smash.
808 Mafia. Drummer Boy.
Okay, and then the drummer boy tag. So I'm going to show you different styles. The first thing here with Young Thug,
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
he's just saying Metro Boomin wants some more, but there's a bunch of effects. So let's kind of create in our own style. I'm going to take off my limiter plugin just so we're recording as straightforward as possible. So this is my actual voice, even without the NS1, pretty raw of a sound. I'm going to run through auto tune going in. So I'm just going to say Metro Boomin wants some more, and I'm going to turn retune speed up. That's what has that like pitch thing happening. Metro Boomin wants some more. Okay. So let's record our own over here. And all right, I'm going to show you every step. So the first thing we're going to do is record in auto tune. Second thing, we're going to saturate and process the voice. Third thing, we're going to run it through reverb, reverse the reverb, and then add delay. Okay, so there's all the steps. Let's record first. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Okay, so I did different ones just so that we could have different takes. Okay, so the first step is double click, hit Control L, send it to your mixer. So firstly, let's just hear what it sounds like with that fast auto tune on chromatic. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. So it has that, that's the auto tune happening. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now we need to clean it up. You don't need to obsess about this because I think the beautiful part about vocal tags is the more imperfect they are, the cooler they sound. So I'm going to make it really simple. You're just going to cut off everything pretty much below 80. You're not going to need that for your vocal for the most part. Let's do 24 dB per octave. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Okay, now here you can style it up. Okay, there's no one way to do anything. I want to just start there. There's no one way to do anything when it comes to EQ. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. So I'm just boosting the highs. And now let's just focus on maybe 400 hertz. Metro Boomin wants some more. It's a little boxy, so let's just knock that little area down a little bit. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. So it's a little more clean. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Now my voice is very bassy, unlike these other folks. Metro Boom. So you're not gonna have the same voice profile as a Young Thug. You can't just magically make my voice Young Thug's. Okay, unless it's like AI stuff. Okay, so the next thing is saturation. Now I'm gonna use Saturn because I like the sound of it, and we're gonna use different tape saturations. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. See how like zzz, it adds that buzz to my voice. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Now, if it's too much, you could always pull back the blend level, but in this one, it's pretty distorted.
Boomin want some more.
So you could push it even harder. Boomin wants some more, Nick. Now, if you want it in specific frequency ranges, you could click the plus button and then click on that and then drive this side more. Boomin wants some more, Nick. But I don't want it that saturated. Boomin wants some more, Nick. So it just adds that zzz, that bite. Boomin wants some more, Nick. Okay, so that's the tone, the overtone.
Boomin want some more.
Now, again, Young Thug's voice is a little more lighter. Metro Boomin wants some more. So you could take out some of the lows. Let's say this is too low. You could take out more. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. But then it kind of hollows out the sound for my voice because you need what's called the fundamental frequency to be there. It's a long story. I can't even make it short for you. Okay, so now that we've done that, we need to figure out which one's the best take. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. I think that one's the best. Metro Boomin wants some more, Nick. Okay, I like the second one, so we're going to chop the second one out, hit Shift Alt in FL Studio. We don't need anything outside of just that part, so we don't need the rest. So now what we need to do with this audio is chop just the very beginning part. So we're going to hit Shift Alt to do a vertical slice. So only on the very beginning, let's hit Shift left click to duplicate. And then you could highlight this, hit Shift Q to quantize it to the grid. Okay, so it's just this part. Okay, we're gonna hit Control L on this and send it to a reverb. Okay, so we're gonna drown it in reverb basically. Let's do Fruity Reverb 2. And let's turn the wet level all the way up. Just right click, hit reset. Okay, so it's like that. And then turn up your decay time. And then you can cut out the lows. All right, so now what we're gonna do is process the sound. So let's right click and then consolidate this track from time selection, I meant. Okay, so now we have the sound, but in reverse, or excuse me, in reverb. So now we need to reverse the sound going into the other part of the sound. So what you can do from this point is reverse the reverb. Now I'll just double click on here and hit reverse. And what we can do is make the sample shorter, or we can lower the length like this. Okay, so you could just pull the length back like that. Let's just pull it to where, let's turn the metronome on for a second. And then I want it to come in right there. Okay, so let's slice it. So we need to slice it so that the reverb doesn't override. Let's hit Shift Alt and then slice it right where the other part starts. And we need to open up our original vocal and then process it with the reverb. So let's double click.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
So all we got to do is just line up the timing here. Now go to your audio clips in the top left, make sure time stretch is off, and then you can hit Alt to reveal more.
Metro Boom.
So all I got to do is get the timing right. Now, since we're at 140 BPM, let's just keep it on the grid. Okay, so I'm going to hit Alt, move this over so it lines up with the grid.
Metro Boom.
I still think it's a little early. 1, 2, 3.
Metro. Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, so I should have recorded to the tempo. It would have been easier. But long story short, we're just going to let that kind of override a little bit.
Metro Boomin want some.
Okay, so now we need to process this audio and send it to the reverb. So I'm going to send a little bit to the reverb using the up arrow at the bottom to send it.
Metro Boomin want some more.
Now, in FL, it's a little complicated, so I'm going to right-click, create an automation clip. What I'm doing is changing the amount of reverb that we're sending to that plugin. So I'm going to have it build up over time, not right away. So most people keep the reverb on. I'm going to turn it on and off.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
So it's only reverb at the very end.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, let's see what else was in that tag here.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
It's just a little more saturated.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
And compressed. Okay, so saturation and compression. Okay, let's open up the reverb.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, let's compress this.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, so you can group the sounds together. Now it's a little complex because you're using a send here, but what I'm going to do is use my analog track. You don't need to even know what that means. It's just another group where all the sounds are going to. We're just going to compress the vocal at this point.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
I'm just going to push it with some ratio here.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
That's pretty much it.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
And I think there's a delay at the end.
Some more, nigga.
Okay, so there's one more thing we need to add here, which is a delay. Okay, so let's add this in. And notice the delay kicks in at the very end. So this is why you need automation, because you don't want the delay to play all the time. So let's add Fruity Delay 3. Let's get the timing right. Move this down to 2 steps. Read the value in the top left.
Metro Boomin want some more. Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
So it's at 4 steps. And then we're going to cut out the lows using a high pass filter.
Metro Boomin want some more,
A lot of feedback. Okay, so what we're going to do here is right click, create an automation clip for the wet level so I could turn it on and off. So we only want it on towards the end. And that's why I'm going to zoom in here, change the snap to grid, and turn it on at the very end.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, so that's how you get that delay tail like that.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, so now let's print this as audio. Let me think of a quick way to do all this. I guess we have to just export it. So you guys are seeing the entire process. I'm not leaving anything out. Let's call this Metro. And I guess I'll give you the files too. So just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. I'm going to give you these project files. Let's call that Metro tag 1. And we're going to leave the processing on. Okay, so now I need to re-import that sound. I'm going to go to my, let's go to my thing here. Let's go to projects. Okay, so we're going to pull these sounds back in. Let me close all these other tabs I had. So as that loads, let's listen to the other tag. So here's the second tag. Now I'm gonna do all the basics here. Now this one's a little bit different because they have somebody who's a high-pitched voice doing this. So again, it's gonna sound a little bit different because my voice is deeper. Okay, I don't know about all the rest of the tail, but what we're gonna do is say South Side on the track like that. Now this time I'm gonna do it to a metronome, even though it doesn't really matter. Now I'm gonna turn off auto-tune. So this is my voice as is, no plugins. Let's record. South Side on the track. 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 Okay, that time I did different octaves only because I want to see how this formant filter works. So the main plugin you need if your voice isn't as high pitched as that voice, we're going to send this to the mixer, hit Control L. Now I forgot I'm in the beta of FL Studio, so this may not sound, I hope this plugin works here, but it's called Vocal Bender. Now my screen's going to look crazy because I'm in the beta of FL Studio right now. I just forgot. You can use Melodyne as well, but basically this doesn't even look like the actual plugin. It's like flipped upside down. But you're going to basically pitch this up 3 semitones.
South Side on the track.
And then you could also do the octave.
South Side on the track.
See how it doesn't, it's
South Side on the track. South Side on the track. South Side on the track.
the last one probably felt the most.
South Side on the track.
Maybe that one too. But you could tell that it's trying to jump a whole octave, so it sounds fake because it's jumping such a far distance. If my voice were closer to that higher octave, it would sound more natural.
South Side on the track.
We'll do that one.
South Side on the track.
That one's cool too. So the last two ones are pretty cool. Now, I don't think they did anything in particular outside of the formant filter, but let me double check. Sounds like a little left-right stereo delay. So what I would do here is send this to its own mixer preset and then add Fruity Stereo Enhancer. This creates a stereo delay. We're going to do the phase offset.
South side on the south.
And whoops, I meant to let's send it to track. Let's copy this over. My bad. So yeah, again, Vocal Bender is a really good plugin. It's just I have FL Studio beta, which screws up that plugin for some reason.
South Side on the south.
So see how it's like the vocals going left and right now as opposed to just being mono. Okay.
South Side on the track. South Side.
Again, if my voice were higher up, then that would sound more close.
South Side on the track.
Okay, pretty simple on that one. We're not going to print that one because that one's just straightforward. Okay, so let me put this one right next to it. Let's hit Shift Q, quantize. Whoa. And next one we need to do is this one.
Metro!
Again, it's just a vocal of Young Thug going through reverb.
Metro!
So it's not really like how do you make that tag? It's who do you get to say your tag?
Metro!
I think that's like the battle. It's how do you get cool people to say your tag?
Metro!
So just get your friends to talk into their phone. That's probably the coolest tags, is just ones that aren't supposed to be professional.
Metro!
Okay, so that one's really simple. Y'all just record, say Metro, and then put it through reverb. I mean, for those who need to know, I'll record and do it, but no, I'm not gonna shout actually. So that won't be a fair comparison because I'm not gonna shout like Young Thug. So we're gonna skip that one because it's just reverb. It's not complicated.
If Young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
All right. If Young Metro don't. So this is very similar to the first one we did. Actually, for the Metro one, I'm just gonna do Metro but not shout. How about that? Metro. I'll just do like Metro. 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 Okay, so clearly I'm not shouting in that one, so it's not gonna have the same harmonic structure as his actual his vocal. But and the vocal over here is just clean. It's not saturated, from what I hear.
Metro!
That's just a lot of compression. Met with high end. Okay, so long story short, let's make a little vocal chain for this one. We're gonna add an EQ. We're gonna cut out the lows. Met beyond 80 because my voice is really low. So let's do this. Let's do 24 dB per octave at about 80 hertz, cutting out everything below my fundamental. Metro. And then you can boost the highs right here. Boom, turn up the highs. Metro. Because that could add like a sizzle that isn't actually there. So boosting the highs can create like a saturated feel. Metro. See how it's like a bitey Metro, even though I didn't add any saturation. Metro. Okay, so I'm going to slam that through compression. Now I think I'm actually already compressing, so I stand corrected.
Metro, Metro, Metro.
So that's the compressor adding that
Metro,
bite.
Metro, Metro,
So here's without the compressor.
Metro,
Here's with.
Metro,
So it just sounds cooler.
Metro.
Okay, and lastly, they're sending the same way we automated the reverb. They're sending it to that reverb. Let's find our reverb, which is on track 9. And
Met-
left click.
Metro,
But instead of sending the whole vocal there,
Metro,
okay, we're going to right click, create an automation clip. Turn it on, and then we're going to zoom up here. So again, what they're doing over time is they're turning the reverb off and then bringing it in over time. So because I did 3 takes, I'll show you what this looks like.
Metro, Metro, Metro,
And you can fade it out.
Metro, Metro.
Now for this too, you want to get the background noise. So I'm going to show you another plugin. It's called Waves NS1. Again, all my Waves plugins are like jacked up for some reason on this beta. But Young Thug's engineer told us a story where he used NS1 on one of Young Thug's sessions because background people were in it and he couldn't figure out how to get them out of the recording. So he used Waves NS1.
Metro,
So this is used by the pros.
Metro,
Again, it does not look like this. but-
Metro,
Okay, so this gets rid of that background noise.
Metro, Metro,
Okay, so you just got to scoot these points over to line up with where your key point is.
Metro, Metro.
Okay, so those are pretty cool, like that. All right, so those are pretty straightforward. We don't need to print those. What else do we have? I know this is a long video, but I'm trying to give you all of the data.
Metro don't trust you.
Okay, if your Metro don't trust you, I'm on. Okay, let's record, but this time we're gonna go through auto tune, and then we have the retune speed very fast, C chromatic. I'm a low male, and I guess if your Metro, in there detect key on here. If your Metro don't trust you. Okay. Okay, let's record audio. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm going. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm going. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm going. All right, so again, I'm not in my future bag today, but close enough. Okay, so all we need is auto tune, and then where we at here?
Don't trust you.
Same exact thing with the reverb. You're just, let me make sure.
Don't trust you. I'm gonna.
Compression, EQ,
If you-
same old same. So you know what, since it's the same thing, we're gonna run it through track 12, which already has our EQ on it and the if your Metro don't trust you, I'm going. Okay, so all we have to do at this point is automate the reverb. I'm gonna like copy it over. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm going. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm going. 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 Pretty simple. Okay, so I literally copied the same reverb automation over. It sounds pretty the same. Okay, so the next thing here we have
Booming, they got it on Smash.
that's just a clean recording, a clean mic, clean compression, clean preamp. It's just a clean recording
Esco and Booming, they got it on.
and like a little delay. Excuse me, a little reverb.
Esco and Booming, they got it on Smash.
Now in Pro Tools, since we're in FL, not Pro Tools, they have something called let me see. There's mod delay
Esco and Booming, they got it on.
and their deverb, and their reverbs and delays kind of get out of the way, and then they pull up the volume.
Esco,
So that really is the same exact chain that we just did.
Esco and Booming, they got it on Smash.
Just the reverb's a little bit lower. Okay, so I'm not gonna bore you doing the same thing for the third time.
Wait, Mafia!
Already shows you the format. And lastly, here's a different style here.
Drummer boy.
Okay, so this is like chorus or phasing. Okay, so let's record. And this is playing with the panning styles. Drummer boy. Drummer boy. Drummer boy. All right, so you got to kind of say it slow to get the effect of the chorus. Double click, hit Control L. Now to save time, I'm going to use the same processing chain to clean up the vocal. But actually, let's do this. Let's save this chain over to mixer channel 14. I think I still have auto tune on my voice. Okay, let's send that to 14. And what we're going to do here is, what am I doing here? Okay, we're gonna add Fruity Chorus. Now there's different plugins you could use. I'm just trying to use stock plugins, but Fruity Flanger would work, Fruity Phaser, Fruity Chorus. They're all pretty much in the same ballpark of sound.
Drummer boy.
Pretty simple. Chorus would be the most ubiquitous effect.
Drummer boy.
Flanger is a little more creative, so people have to be going for that sound. And also there's a phaser effect, which is basically sounds like flanger.
Drummer boy.
But it's a little more about panning than it is about. Okay, so that's the lineup.
Drummer boy.
So what I'll do for these is we'll create an automation clip to turn each one on and off so that you hear different effects. Okay, so we'll do flanger first, then we'll do the chorus second, and then we'll do the phaser third so that you guys can hear the difference. And then I'll play all the tags back to back to back. Back to back. Back to back. And then we'll find that file that we've been looking for. So that's chorus, and then lastly phaser will be last, turning it off and then on. So that now you have the basically a masterclass on how to create your own vocal tags for the most part. Let's find that one tag that we did though. Compiled. So here's that Metro tag, compiled. I'll use this instead of the automation here because I just want to hear it compiled. Okay, so we have all this. Boom. Okay, so let's go back all the way to the beginning. Now again, here's the reference, and then I'll play the tag.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
So that's the reference. Now let's play our version.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, so with a higher voice, you would get that same.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Okay, so next tag we did, I think was this one. Southside tag. Okay, so again, this uses the Formant filter.
Southside on the track. Southside on the track.
Okay, so again, if I had a higher octave, it would sound more natural. Then we did
Metro.
We did the Metro one. So here's this.
Metro. Metro. Metro.
Okay, so I just didn't want to scream on my microphone for that one. I think we did Future
Metro don't trust you.
after that. So here's the Future one.
If your Metro don't trust you, I'm gon'. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm gon'. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm gon'.
Okay, so just adding that reverb and then auto-tune. Then we did, I think, the chorus one at the very end. So here's the reference.
Drummer boy.
Okay, so it's a girl saying that, but we're going to do it in my voice.
Drummer boy. Drummer boy. Drummer boy.
So again, my favorite would be the chorus in that chain. So those are all the ways you can be creative with the vocal effects. There's a lot more, but it's like tedious sound design that you may or may not need to know. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, you want this project file, go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio to download these project files for free. Peace.